That was amazing. That was so much fun. Definitely worth the wait.
Our names are Mike and Heather. We're traveling the US in our van Appa on a mission to visit all 50 states. Subscribe and join us as we try to figure out this whole van life thing. As always, thanks for watching.
Get to get ready and go surfing.
Good morning from PISMO Beach here in California. Mike and I are on a Pacific Coast Highway trip today. Last night we stayed at the campgrounds on PISMO Beach State Park. This morning we are at PISMO Beach where Mike is attempting to learn how to surf. We have a fun day of exploring PISMO Beach ahead of us, but first Mike needs to catch some waves, or at least try to.
That was amazing. That was so much fun. Definitely worth the wait. Did you see me get rolled out there a bunch?
Yeah, lots of wipeouts.
Yeah. Good morning, officially from PISMO Dunes. We are at the beach. I just finished up my surf lesson. It was unbelievable. I had such a good time. It's something I've been wanting to do forever. So to finally get out and catch some waves and be able to stand up was just unreal. I'm so excited. But now we're going to head into the town because I think there's some cinnamon rolls somewhere in town that we are absolutely dying to get.
So here's the deal. If you want an amazing cinnamon roll, you have to go to Old West Cinnamon Rolls in PISMO Beach, which we did. But for whatever reason, we can't find any of the footage of us going there, so you'll just have to take our word that the cinnamon rolls were absolutely amazing. They were the perfect breakfast for a beach day. Draws here at PISMO Beach is the dunes themselves. There's many ways to be able to experience them, whether you're on ATVs or dune buggies, or your own street vehicle can even drive on this. We've seen RVs, Jeeps, all the way down to like mini Coopers on here, so it's a very fun experience. When we were pulling in and paid the $5 to be able to drive on here, we actually saw that there's $10 camping as well. And to me that's just amazing, because even just sitting here with our back doors open, I can only imagine what it would be like to wake up to this scene.
The park ranger said stay on the darker wet sand and you should be okay. That's what we did, and we really didn't have any trouble driving Appa down here. So now we just get to hang out with this absolutely amazing view out of the back of the van.
Look ahead, the sea is calm, and I know we've been through a lot, but just wait. Wait for better days to come and carry us like wind in our sails. Hold on.
It's actually pretty windy out here.
Oh, look at it. Wow.
Hold on tight.
We keep moving.
We are dreamers.
Not get stuck.
Give it gas, Mike.
We're fine. We're not getting stuck.
Just get stuck leaving.
We did it. No problem. Good job, Appa. Wow. Look at the line now.
Just from having our doors open and it being that windy out, so much sand has blown in here. Literally everything's covered, including my pants.
Oh yeah, all up on the dash.
Like, literally. On our sunscreen.
Yeah, we'll have to go for a wash and vacuum.
Oh yeah, all the way up here.
But who knows when we'll find one? It's been so difficult to even find a place to wash the car.
A little sand never hurt anyone. Now that we've eaten our fair share of sand, let's go grab ourselves some lunch. A short drive away from those dunes, we are back where we got the cinnamon rolls a little bit earlier today. It's kind of like the main area of Pismo Beach with all the little local shops and restaurants, but we were back here for a cafe that my dad actually recommended, which is Splash Cafe. He said that we absolutely have to get the clam chowder. I'm not sure Mike and I are too thrilled on that because we're not too big of seafood people, but hey, we'll give it a try because I guess Splash Cafe is known from their chowder and just having great food overall, so we'll definitely get some other food there just in case we don't end up liking the chowder.
I think we have definitely worked up an appetite at this point, so we are going to head right over to the cafe and try and get some food as quick as we can. Everything everywhere is covered in sand. Like,
oh yeah, that's pretty bad.
Oh man. We've come into Pismo Beach and walked down the street to the Splash Cafe, which is obviously very popular. There's a long line and a lot of signs saying award-winning clam chowder. I've never had clam chowder. I don't know if Heather has, but we placed a mobile order so we can do the pickup because the line looked really long.
But the long line's usually a good sign, so that means that they're doing something right.
So we're excited to grab it and try it out and see if we like clam chowder, which if we're going to like one, I think it'll probably be award-winning clam chowder, so let's see.
But we have 5 minutes, and if we were to wait in line, it was about a 30-minute wait, so 5 minutes to go.
Now we just kind of sweeped this out yesterday. This is all sand just from today. And then you just gotta power sweep.
And now for the real reason why we've come back to the van, not to sweep our floors, but to try the clam chowder. We did get a bread bowl because my dad said that was an absolute must. So at the very least, if we don't like the clam chowder, we have a whole loaf of bread.
The last time we had seafood was when we were in Maine during our Route 1 road trip, and we paid for a very expensive award-winning lobster roll, and I thought it was okay.
I will say that this one was a lot more affordable. So for a small cup of it was $5 and the bread bowl was $5. So this altogether was only $10, where that lobster roll was like $45.
Something like that. I think if you're into lobster rolls, definitely go get some in Maine. I don't think that we have the palate to appreciate it. Oh, this bread bowl looks really good though.
It smells good too. We did ask for it separate, otherwise it would be in there, but we figured that if we didn't like it, we could still eat the bread, so that was our logic.
Yes, playing it safe.
Go bed.
I'm gonna try dipping because I don't know if I wanna go full like spoon in. We're not big soup people to begin with, or chowder people,
or seafood people. We really don't even eat meat that much. So for us to do this, it's more of on the adventurous side, but my dad said Splash Cafe was an absolute must, so at the very least we have to say that we tried it, so
okay. So I got at least some of it on the bread. I'll try and do enough that it doesn't look like I'm cheating.
Do you like it?
It's not bad at all. Also, we have the palates and eating preferences of Macaulay Culkin in Home Alone. So we're not fine dining people by any means.
Very salty. Tastes a little bit like Alfredo sauce, but like really salty.
Oh, okay. I don't know if I've really eaten Alfredo sauce.
It's not bad. And if I didn't know that there's clams in there, I'd probably be eating this a lot more. But for me, it's 100% just a mental thing. So for me to like even be able to put it in my mouth, it's definitely good. It's just not really our type of food, but I'm very glad that I tried it to say that I had Splash Cafe at Pismo Beach. But if you are into clam chowder, 100% you gotta come here. Get the bread bowl. I mean, look at this thing. Absolute must, because this is the award-winning clam chowder of Pismo Beach. I'd say it's worth it for $10.
Are you gonna try a spoonful? You got any chunks in there? Make sure you got some chunks in there.
It's 100% just the fact that it has clams in it that's a mental thing for me, but the taste of it is absolutely not bad at all.
The fact that I can eat it and enjoy the flavors in it means that it probably is really good.
And about 50 people waiting in line can't be wrong. Now we're gonna finish up the rest of the bread bowl, probably eat a couple more spoonfuls, just because honestly, it is really good, and hit the road onto our next destination.
We are now making our way up towards Big Sur because we have a campsite booked in that area for tonight. Once we finish that, we're going to be taking a little bit of a break from Highway 1. as we're making our way up Highway 1, we've been seeing some signs for elephant seal viewing, which just sounds awesome. So we are definitely going to be making that pull off. I think we're maybe about a mile away, maybe less. Actually, it looks like it might be right up here. Are they down there?
I see it in your eyes. Yeah, I can read the signs. You need to get away. It's time we
That was a nice quick little stop. Those things were massive. You could actually hear them like barking and grunting and even like snorting. So that was very cool.
We're really just enjoying the views and seeing what kind of cool stuff we can come across.
If we get in a car and drive someplace far, yeah, we could go for a ride.
Not much further up Highway 1, past the elephant seals, we have now found ourselves on some twisty, turny roads alongside the coast, at most going 20 miles an hour around these hairpin turns again. So it is a beautiful sight with the ocean out to our left and a rock face cliff to our right, but it is a little bit nerve-wracking because these roads are narrow and it's a sheer cliff drop off to the left.
I cannot even believe the views that we're getting on this drive. It's just absolutely unreal and probably some of the best driving I think we've ever done.
We found ourselves heading down the famous Big Sur Drive a little bit too early. We actually started hitting some of the curves and realized that we were on the road, so we quickly turned around to find a boondocking camping site tonight. We didn't quite make it to the campground that I had in mind, but that's totally okay. That's what van life is about. You had the flexibility to kind of end up wherever you want to. And I think we found the next best thing, which is this amazing boondocking site with fantastic views. The reason why we didn't want to quite go up Big Sur yet is because we're not done with this area. We're gonna jet over to the right and go to Yosemite National Park as well as Sequoia National Park tomorrow. So we're not quite ready to go up Big Sur, so we turned around and found this boondocking site here.
The two of us, we don't have to stop. Baby, let's go for a ride. You and I, let us run away. We can go where we want. I'll have your back if you'll have mine. You and I wanna leave everything behind.
Now that we have kind of gotten a little bit of dinner set up, we are going to get the van ready for bed and probably call it a night a little bit early. We were up early for surfing and definitely had a really full day of just exciting stuff. So we are going to get ready for bed and wake up tomorrow morning and head towards Yosemite, where we get to spend a couple of days exploring and doing some amazing things in that national park. We're really, really excited for that.
It's just crazy to think that this morning we woke up in Pismo Beach, had the beautiful landscapes of the dunes, and now this landscape, which is just a random boondocking site here in California. It's just so amazing to me that a couple hours difference up road can have such different landscapes. But with that being said, we're going to enjoy this spot and call it a night. So we'll see y'all tomorrow.
Promise you we will be alright if it's you and I, you and I.
And good morning from the road. We got up and left our amazing boondocking site for last night and are heading onward towards Yosemite. Today's actually going to be a little bit of a relaxed errands day. Our first stop today is actually heading over to a Planet Fitness for some showers. We have a little bit of work to get caught up on, and we are just really trying to get our way over to Yosemite. We have about a 4-hour drive to get there because we're going to go in and begin exploring tomorrow.
That 2-minute shower the other day really didn't cut it, so we're gonna take some showers, get some work done, pick up an Amazon package, and head to Yosemite.
The chairs are on the tables, the floor has been swept. It's closing time and I'm a little tired. It's a long time since I've slept.
So we made it to the Planet Fitness parking lot. I'm just in the back here getting everything ready, like our towels, our bags that we're gonna carry everything in. We're trying to be a little bit incognito to at least pretend like we're going to work out, even though we're totally just going for the showers, because we are in desperate need of them at this point. So just loading up our bags to be able to take some showers. Last time I forgot a towel and had to dry off with my dirty shirt, which I don't think really did the trick. This time I'm remembering. So we are headed out of the Planet Fitness parking lot now, and we are going to an Amazon locker that is on the way to Yosemite. We knew that we were going to be spending some time in the Yosemite Valley area, and we are in need of a new sink. I'm just packing up for dinner, but Mike is trying to figure out our sink. For whatever reason, it's not pulling up the water anymore. It was working perfectly fine the first couple of days on the road, but now he's trying to figure out what's going on.
It does suction still. It doesn't seem to want to be able to do it like up. So see how it's like not going? I think it just needs to get jump started.
For whatever reason, we can't get it to charge and it's not working the right way. So we haven't been able to get water from our little cabinet there, and actually had to go buy water bottles because it's just such a pain to like take it out, dump it in, and do that whole situation. So hopefully we're able to pick this up from this Amazon locker without any issues. Neither of us have ever done something like this before, so it's definitely a new experience. And then the second hopefully is that it allows our sink to work and it's not a bigger problem. So let's head to the Amazon locker now. It's about 2 hours away because we're about 3.5, 4 hours away from Yosemite. So we do have some driving, and then we need to find a boondocking spot where we have internet so that way we can get some work done.
So we actually were just driving down the road for about 2 minutes as we left Planet Fitness, and we came across a self-wash car wash. It's kind of a tongue twister, and figured after Pismo Beach we were a little bit covered in sand, so we wanted to take the opportunity to kind of just wash up off, and this is a great time to do it. So we're gonna jump out, give it a bath, and then hit the road to head towards Yosemite.
Definitely need to vacuum too because it's pretty sandy.
I'm ready to move on, heading for a brand new start at the break of dawn. Here I come. Better watch out, you better beware, the rumor is out, nothing can stop me, go, I'm out of the dark, I'm out of the cold. Here I come, you better watch out, you better beware, the rumor is out, nothing can stop me, I'm going for gold, I'm out of the dark, I'm out of the cold. Getting closer. Yesterday is gone. Destination nowhere. I travel alone.
We are washed, vacuumed. I think we took care of
I thought you were talking about us being washed.
Well, that too. We are washed, and Appa has been washed and vacuumed. We're not vacuumed. And we are going to probably hit a gas station and then head out from Los Robles. I have no idea what the name of this town is. It was the town with a Planet Fitness.
I think the Amazon locker is in the Rite Aid that's actually in the same plaza as the Planet Fitness, so I guess we could have took our showers in the same area as that. But we really don't know how this works yet, so I'm gonna read my email. I don't know if they give you like a code, like kind of at Little Caesars, when you go pick up your pizza, or how it works, so I gotta open up my email and figure this thing out. It says out for delivery. 10 p.m. today. I might have to come pick this up tomorrow. So we made it to the Amazon locker, but having never gotten anything delivered to an Amazon locker before, I didn't realize that you needed to get in confirmation that it had actually been delivered, which, saying that out loud, obviously that's common sense, but I did get an email saying when it was going to be delivered and the location, so I thought that was the same thing. So now we're just in this area killing some time, and Mike, who has been complaining about his hair getting way too long, even though he totally had it way longer during the pandemic, decided to go get his hair cut. So now we are in the barbershop parking lot, or rather I'm in the barbershop parking lot. Mike is getting his hair cut, and I am sitting here on my computer trying to get some more work done. But I did just get an email saying that our package has been delivered, so once Mike has completed his haircut, we'll be able to go pick up our package and continue heading towards Yosemite. How's your haircut?
I really liked it. It was a very cool, like, little local barber shop, and it was really cool.
Now we can finally go pick up our Amazon package.
Yes. to Rite Aid.
So now that I've read my email thoroughly, I need to bring in my phone, and then when I'm within 10 feet of the locker, it should just unlock. So let's go see how well this works. My phone's back here.
Is it?
Yeah, got it. It's on the charger.
You ready?
Yeah. Okay. It was a success. It's actually really cool. So the closer you get to it, then a little button pops up that says I'm here. You click it and then it opens up the door like magic, and I got to pull out my package. So very awesome and easier than I thought it was going to be, besides my mishap of not reading the email thoroughly and needing to make sure that it was delivered. Also, when I went to click I'm here, underneath it said that if you don't pick it up within 3 days, it just gets shipped back to the Amazon facility and you get a full refund, which is also cool. So it's nice to know that there's that option as well.
For us, this is really nice because we would not be anywhere around our home to be able to pick it up. So I'm glad this worked out. I think it's something that we can look to use in the future. Most importantly, we have the part for our sink so we can access our water storage, because getting to water has been difficult, but with this, we'll be able to have water readily available again, which is really, really nice.
But now we're gonna head finally towards the Yosemite area proper and find a boondocking site, because tomorrow we're going to be going into the national park itself.
The world could fall down, it's gonna be okay. The sun could go out, we're gonna be okay. If all the blue skies fade to gray, we're gonna be okay. Calm yourself.
Keep going. No, you're good. Good.
And we are parked. So this is our dispersed camping / boondocking spot for the night. I think it's actually really a good spot. We drove down another one of the side roads first and we found like a little pull off, and then we came down over this one because we saw that there were some cool sites like this. So I'm really glad we found this one. I bet it's going to be one people are looking at and wishing they had as they come along. So I'm excited.
We even have a fire pit. Not that I think we're going to be using it, but that's just kind of cool that even though this isn't an informal campground, that we still have amenities such as a fire pit. Also, I guess we shouldn't have worried about washing Appa today, because it's pretty dirty again.
Yeah. It's like all in the door jams. Oh my gosh, I didn't even see that. Well, at least we got the sand off of the windows, because that had left like a film that was really annoying.
So before we make dinner, I actually want to try to figure out our sink situation, because if we do want to grab, I already got like 15 bug bites, so definitely need to grab the bug sprayer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know, I got like attacked.
Yeah, all over.
So beautiful spot, but the bugs like it too. So first things first, we're gonna try to figure out our sink. Let's see if this works.
All right, so we basically just ordered a new one of these water dispensers. The problem with ours is it doesn't seem to be generating enough pressure to actually pull the water all the way up the line to be able to come out of the spout part on the sink that we have currently. We tried a few different things, charging it all the way, making sure that the line was good. I think there just isn't enough pressure being generated. So we ordered the new one, and hopefully that's going to be enough to fix the issue. Take that off and see if mounting this one up does the trick. Give it some slack to work through the thing. There we go. Okay. If we just disconnect like that. Okay.
Yay!
There we go.
Working.
All right, cool.
So it must be just a fluke with this one.
That's how the other one had been working. So I think that should be the answer to the problem. I'm so excited that this was that easy of a fix, just switching the parts, and ordering from Amazon to a locker worked really well. So all around a pretty good experience to get it to work now.
This is our solution for the bug issue at the moment. Mosquito nets are coming in handy.
We are in the middle of the woods. There's a town a couple miles away, but we drove up into the mountains, into the woods, and we're using our MiFi through the Calyx Institute, and right now we have full bars for Wi-Fi, and I'm gonna see if that will let us watch a movie. We had done this with the intention of, oh, when we're in these areas, we have to be able to log on to work, so it's good to know that even out here, we're getting that sort of thing.
Oh, we're stupid. I forgot we had this.
Oh. I think someone told us that we should get one of those because the last time we did this, the same thing, we were making hot chocolate.
Yeah. Well, we did buy ourselves a collapsible tea kettle, but I forgot about that. So the next time we boil water, maybe we won't look like we don't know what we're doing. Although that's pretty much the norm. Dinosaur egg oatmeal. Because yes, we are children.
It's also very good.
Yeah, I know. It's basically just like regular brown sugar oatmeal, but there's little dinosaur egg candies in there.
But they hatch and turn in, there's little eggs.
Okay.
And they turn into dinosaurs.
Here's the thing, we've been wanting to go see the new Jurassic Park movie, so this is kind of like our little
homage.
Yeah, I thought they were cool, plus they're like really good. I see the little dinosaur eggs? And then they'll hatch into little candies.
We're gonna be okay.
So now that we've had dinner and settled into our campsite a little bit, I think we're gonna maybe watch some TV. I think I'm gonna do some YouTube editing because we are a little bit behind on the videos at the moment and we're really excited to share all of them with you. So I think we're just gonna have kind of a low-key night hanging out in the van and getting ready for an early start tomorrow where we actually go into Yosemite. I've never been to this national park, nor has Mike, so it's another one that we can add to our passport booklet that we picked up when we were in Arizona at the Grand Canyon. Or no, we picked it up at the Petrified Forest, didn't we?
Yes.
Yeah, but we got 2 stickers in it. From the Petrified Forest, we have our Route 66 stamp and then the Grand Canyon stamp. So tomorrow we'll add a 3rd stamp to our passport book. We're very excited about that. We have survived our buggy campsite. It is early in the morning. We boondocked last night in Sierra National Forest, which is just outside of Yosemite National Park, and now we're gonna head into there. But this is actually where we're gonna leave you here today.
We hope that you've been enjoying this trip down the Pacific Coast Highway, even though we've jumped off of it to come over here to Yosemite. We are going to be spending a couple days in the park before heading back to the coastline where we have even more adventures. So we hope you'll join us for those, and we'll see you in the next one.